Sage. Welcome back to Michelle's Sage Place. If you're already subscribed to this channel, you know about this channel. Welcome back. If you're new to this channel, please check out my introduction video as well as my video describing what Michelle's Sage Place is. This is an informative video for people who are interested in positive intelligence. I'm a positive intelligence coach, and I just want to tell you a little bit about positive intelligence. And if you would rather, you can go to the website. There's a link in the description, and you can just check out the website and see what that's about. If you're interested in working with me through positive intelligence, I highly recommend this operating system. It's a really good way to cultivate a positive mindset and to help you manage your low moods when you're upset or stressed out. This is an excellent program. Of course, I'm biased because I'm a positive intelligence coach. I'm a positive intelligence coach because this has changed my life. It has been remarkable. I was able to leave Japan, which was not a good situation for my family and for myself. I was able to, get the courage and the positive mindset that's necessary for making important transformational changes in my life. I'm happier. I recover quicker from upset and disappointment. I have a really sunny outlook on life simply because of the work that I've done with positive intelligence. And I would love to make that happen for you. If that is something that you're interested in, please feel free to look in the description. There is a link to my Calendly. You can book a conversation with me and we can talk about how I can help you make your life amazing through positive intelligence. So I'm waiting to hear from you. Can't wait to hear all about what you want to do for yourself and for your life. Okay, without further ado, positive intelligence. Positive intelligence is really about standardizing and optimizing your mental fitness. What is mental fitness? According to Shirzad Chamine, the founder and creator of Positive Intelligence. He's the founder of Positive Intelligence, Inc. I also received training from him, and I also went through the Positive Intelligence 7-week boot camp, which you would go through if you work with me through Positive Intelligence, okay? So what is mental fitness? Mental fitness is the capacity to respond to life's challenges with a positive rather than negative mindset, okay? And let's just talk a little bit about the research that goes into positive intelligence and the impact of positive intelligence. It impacts peak performance, peace of mind and well-being, and healthy relationships, really helps with relationships. The research is positive psychology, neuroscience and cognitive science, and performance science. They use factor analysis to just boil down the key components to the most common negative traits: people pleasing, avoiding, controlling, perfectionism, and there are 10 others. And then also boiling down the most common positive traits for humans, and that is empathy, being curious, having a very good sense of values, and taking action. Those are just a few. And that is all embodied by the SAGE. And we can talk more about that later. But the factor analysis, so if you think about factor analysis, basically it discovers the root cause of something. It simplifies things. So for example, if you think about the primary colors, red, blue, and yellow, those primary colors result in thousands of colors. This is the same thing with factor analysis. It takes all of those like thousands of colors and takes out the root primary colors, which are red, blue, and yellow. This is the same as with positive intelligence, taking all those, like if you think about emotional intelligence, if you think about all the different, tools out there that you would need to acquire in order to do what positive intelligence does by simply simplifying the negative traits and the positive traits of most humans, and giving you a really easy framework that will allow you to deal with those things very effectively. Like by things, I mean, deal with your upset, deal with your challenges, deal with difficult people in a positive, loving, compassionate way. So the results of factor analysis research, as I said, in order for us to have a positive mindset, in order to really adapt to situations and recover quickly from upset, we need these three core muscles. Saboteur interceptors, and saboteurs are the personification of your negative traits: avoiding, perfectionism, controlling, that kind of thing. And the sage is your wiser, true self and self-command. So you really need to build these muscles. The saboteur interceptors, stop those babies in their track. The sage, you're going to really cultivate that positive mindset, that knowing that everything is going to be all right. And the self-command, that's what's going to keep you from letting your mind control you, so that you can control your mind. So positive intelligence quotient is a really important thing. That's where PQ comes from, that we call positive intelligence PQ. And the positive intelligence quotient is a number. It is the degree to which your positive thoughts dominate your mind. 75 and above means you have a very positive mindset, and a low PQ, lower than 75, means you have a more negative mindset. That means that your saboteurs really control your behavior rather than a more positive, calm state of mind controlling your behavior. Why 75 for the positive intelligence quotient? Well, because 3 positives are equivalent to 1 negative. So our brains were evolutionarily presupposed to look at the negative, look at what's not working. And so the negatives, the risks and the damages, the dangers, is much more important to us in our little brains, not little brains, but our brains. So we have to balance that out with 3 positives. That's why 75 and not 50-50 or something like that, okay? So let's talk about this binary relationship between the saboteurs and the sage. So we've got 10 saboteurs. The main saboteur is the judge. And then there's a bunch of others. Like, think of people pleasing, think of avoiding, think of, being restless, going from one thing to another, never really putting down roots. Those kinds of things are characteristic of your sabotaging, self-sabotaging behaviors, and their saboteurs that's a little devil on your shoulder. So the sage is just one personification, and the sage has 5 powers. Okay, and if you're interested in this, of course, you can go to the website. I'm not going to really get into it in this discussion, but this is just to pique your interest. Okay, so the PQ is so important. In order to really increase your PQ, unlike your IQ, you can absolutely increase your PQ by doing what are called PQ reps. So if you think about mental fitness, just like physical fitness, you've got to work your muscles. You've got to work on your muscles. So we do what are called PQ reps. And that's when you concentrate on physical sensations, breathing, touch, sight, anything that brings you into the body, anything that brings you into the present, you are working and training the neural pathways in your brain that give you greater access to the parts of your brain that allow you to feel calm, peaceful, and positive. So it's a new habit, and it's really important to include this habit of like doing PQ reps that is concentrating on physical sensations. You do what is called habit stacking, that comes from Atomic Habits. by James Clear. Really recommend that book. Wasn't paid to do so, just love that book. And you do habit stacking. So basically, if you're brushing your teeth, instead of thinking about what you're going to do for the day, you really focus, you really focus feeling, experiencing the foam of the toothpaste, the sound of the brush on your teeth, okay? Again, like I said, James Clear. So negative emotions, let's talk about this. So some of you might be thinking, oh, what is this positive, is this toxic positivity? No, it's not. Are negative emotions good or bad? Well, let's think about pain. Is physical pain good or bad? I would say yes, absolutely. Physical pain is good. You need physical pain. It's a sign of something that needs your attention. Okay, so if you think about you're holding a match and you're distracted, you're thinking about something else, that heat from the flame is going to get closer and closer to your finger. And when it starts to hurt, you're going to know, hey, I'm going to get burned. So I've got to take this match out. So it's the same as negative emotions. They are signs, signals that something is wrong. So it's a sign of a saboteur in positive intelligence. We do PQ reps to get out of that saboteur mode. And then we think we revisit the situation, and we think, what can I do to approach this person or situation in a positive way? Let me just say, if you are feeling negative, if you're in a low mood, it is virtually impossible to look at a situation with anything but negative, feelings, thinking it's bad, wrong, terrible, awful. So you have to shift into neutral. You have to shift out of that negative mode in order to look at a situation with a bigger picture, and also look at the situation in a neutral mindset. So what PQ does, what the Positive Intelligence Program does, is it trains you, your self-command muscle, to recognize when you're in saboteur mode, get out of saboteur mode quickly, and approach a situation with positivity. So important, wonderful, wonderful tool. So where do the saboteurs in SAGE reside? I've talked a little bit about neural pathways and stuff like that. I'm not going to get into that. I am not a neurologist. However, this kind of gives you an idea, a little bit, a very simplified picture of what's going on in your brain. So saboteurs are in the brainstem, limbic system, and parts of the left brain. It's the saboteur brain, okay? So the SAGE resides in the middle prefrontal cortex, empathy circuitry, which is kind of in the middle of the brain, and parts of the right brain. So when you are in the SAGE, you have a perspective, and that is that every situation can be changed into a gift and opportunity. So you're in the SAGE, you know that the world, life is your friend, and every situation, every experience that you have is going to be there to help you be your best self. So if you have that perspective, then it's easier to look at a situation and say, hey, where's the gift in this? Where's the opportunity in this? It takes time, it takes practice, but you can get there. So there are two perspectives. There's the saboteur, everything is bad. There's the SAGE, everything is good, simplified here. And which is true, right? You're probably thinking, okay, which is true? Well, both actually. The one you believe becomes true. So it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. If you believe that there's danger and it's terrible and there's no hope, then there's no hope, it's danger, it's terrible. But if you believe there's a gift and opportunity in every situation, that is what will be for you, okay? So let's go back to the neurology here. So you have a stimulus, right? So it's a fork in the road, and then you get an automatic reaction. If you have a negative mindset, that is your PQ is low, then you're going to automatically go to saboteur mode, just automatic. And if you are in saboteur mode, your sage is not accessible to you. As long as you're in saboteur mode, your sage is not accessible to you. Okay, so what PQ does is you have a stimulus, you do PQ reps and pause and choose. You can choose saboteur, which you don't really want to do that, right? You've been down that road. Let's try something new. You decide instead to go sage. And the more you do that, the thicker and the stronger that connection, that neural pathway is going to be. So you go from automatically reacting in saboteur to responding in sage. It's wonderful, it's beautiful, and it's so worth the work. Okay, so is it possible to just shift from saboteur to sage response, even in tough challenges? Absolutely, absolutely. The speed and the depth of the shift depends on mental muscle strength. So it all goes back to training, it all goes back to commitment. I've been doing this for 2 years and I have seen such a difference. I'm a different person, I have a different brain. I mean, it's wonderful. So absolutely, definitely, it's possible. So the thing is that lasting positive change requires work. It is 80% mental muscle, is that training, it's daily, it's 3 times a day, you've got to do it every day. If you miss a day, that's okay, but don't miss 2 days. Then the insight is the coaching. So if you're working with me, you're coaching with me, I'm helping you gather insight, I'm helping you continue to integrate those habits into your life, and I'm there to champion you and remind you you're awesome and you're on the right track. So life challenges are like weights in the gym. Let's say, dealing with being stuck in traffic is like a 5-pound weight, but, a breakup is like, like a 50, 100-pound weight. So you've got to do the work to build your muscles so that you can deal with those bigger challenges, those bigger weights, and be gentle with yourself if you can't. Be gentle with yourself if you get into saboteur mode. It happens, it happens, but you're going to get out of it. The more work you do, the quicker your recovery time. So basically, success requires intense initial practice 15 times a day. This is the Positive Intelligence Boot Camp, and it's wonderful, hard, but wonderful. You will do it with a group, and you will, you'll have me facilitating as well. So you get weekly videos, you have accountability group, as I told you. It's on a PQ app on your smartphone, and you can also have it on your PC now. And you have guided PQ reps in the PQ app in a virtual gym. And you've got coaching challenges that pop up every 3 hours throughout the work day. And you have a PQ metric dashboard that tells you where your muscles are, where your PQ muscles are, and also how you're charged. So you have like a charge and it goes down depending on how many PQ reps you're doing. And that is kind of to give you kind of a gauge of where you are in terms of your positivity. Okay. All right. So if you want to learn more, please book a virtual cup of tea with me. There's a link in the description. Thank you if you've stayed this long. I know this is a long video, but positive intelligence is the bomb. And I'm dating myself when I say that, but whatever. I just cannot tell you enough. You have to experience positive intelligence. Give it a year of consistent practice. I saw results, big, huge results within 3 months of working. I saw, visible change in the way that I saw things, in the way that I held myself, and the fears just would melt away. That happened after the 6 to 8 week program, and it just kept getting better. So please do not miss an opportunity to find out more about positive intelligence. Thank you so much for your patience. And please come to Mayshell's Sage Place. Make time in your day. You deserve breaks where you go in and you tap into your inner wisdom and you really cultivate your happiness, because that's where your happiness lies, within. Thank you so much. Be well, and I hope to see you in the comments.